Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In today's lecture of Agronomy 501 course, Environment and Crop Production, we will focus on factor affecting crop production. There are some internal factor, genetic factor, mainly varietal differences that determine growth in yield potential, resistant to environmental stresses, and play a key role in crop production. However, in this course, we will more focus on environmental factor, which include climatic factor, for example, temperature, rainfall, light, wind, edaphic, soil factor, texture, fertility, pH, etc. Biotic factor, pests, diseases, weeds, and beneficial organism. Physiographic factor, landform and altitude, and socio-economic factor, human practices and technology and policies that influence our crop growth and yield. Let us listen to experts what they are saying about internal or genetic factors.
When I say internal factors, I'm talking about the plant's genetics, the stuff it's born with. This genetic makeup is like the ultimate instruction manual, deciding everything from how tall the plant will grow to how many grains it can produce. Want a crop that yields more? That starts with its genes. High-yielding plants have built-in traits that help them produce more no matter what the weather is doing outside. And if you want your crops to mature faster so you can harvest sooner, that's also locked into their DNA. But there's more. Some plants are basically superheroes. Their genes make them tough against lodging so they don't just flop over in the wind. Others can handle drought floods, salty soils way better than most. Even resistance to pests and diseases isn't just luck. It's genetic power at work. And when you check out the grains, maybe you want more oil or protein, or maybe you care about the size and texture, all of that is programmed deep inside the plant. Even the taste or sweetness of the straw. You guessed it, genetics. Here's the kicker. These genetic traits don't change much with the weather or environment. They're hardwired, which means if you pick the right variety, you're stacking the deck in your favor, season after season. So next time you see a field of thriving crops, remember, it's not just good farming, it's smart genetics.
Now let us listen what the experts are saying about external factors.
Alright, imagine you're planting a tiny seed. What decides if it grows into a lush green plant or just fizzles out? That's where external factors come in. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 big ones: climatic, edaphic, biotic, physiographic, socio-economic. Let's start with climatic factors. Think sunlight, temperature, rainfall, humidity. Basically, the weather. If your plant loves sun but you live in a rainy spot, it's gonna struggle. Next up, edaphic factors. That's just a fancy way to say soil stuff. Is the soil sandy, clayey, rich in nutrients, or super acidic? Plants are picky eaters, and the right soil makes a world of difference. Biotic factors are all about living things. Bugs, birds, humans, even other plants. Every creature can help or harm. Some bugs pollinate, some munch leaves, and sometimes humans step in to prune or protect. Now, physiographic factors. Picture the lay of the land. Hills, valleys, altitude slope. A plant on a sunny hilltop gets different sunlight and wind compared to one in a shady valley. These little differences can add up fast. Last but not least, socio-economic factors. This one's all about people. Is there enough money for fertilizers? Are farmers using high-tech tools or just good old elbow grease? Local culture, market demand, policy. Local culture, market demand, and policy all shape what gets planted and how it's cared for. So, next time you see a flourishing field or a droopy garden, remember, it's not just about watering the plants. Everything around them, weather, soil, critters, landscape, and even people, plays a part in their story. Think of these 5 external factors as the backstage crew making the show go on. If you want more quick science breakdowns like this,
based on this scientific view, it is worth mentioning that climatic factors are among the most important external factors influencing crop production. For example, rainfall, temperature, all these affect seed germination, photosynthesis, flowering, and grain filling, and therefore influences the choice of crops. As extremes beyond the suitable range for a specific crop can cause serious damage. Similarly, the growing season, which is the duration of favorable weather conditions, set the limit for the type of crops that can be cultivated in particular region. We cannot grow something without particular growing unless that we grow in greenhouse. For example, we cannot grow wheat, winter wheat in Pakistan, and also there are spring wheat which people in the Europe and Russia cannot grow. Similarly, for other crops, onion and any other vegetable crops, we need a specific growing season. This is why we have different types of vegetables and things in different seasons, and this makes the beauty of life for us. Likewise, latitude or distance from the equator affect the amount and intensity of solar radiation, which control day length and seasonal changes, thereby influencing crop distribution across soil quality. Although often considered an edaphic factor, it is closely linked with climate, since rainfall and temperature regulate soil fertility, organic matter, and nutrient availability. Key components of soil are air, water, mineral, and organic matter that affect the choice of crops and its growth and everything. In the same way, topography and landform that include altitude, gradient, and aspects modify local climate by affecting wind, rainfall pattern, and drainage, making some area more suitable for cultivation than others. Altogether, these climatic factors determine not only the type of crops that can be grown, but also their overall yield potential and long-term suitability under changing environmental conditions.